My people show because I don't show update. Who remember Senator Abbo that time? That young senator that year. We go enter shop where they sell woman kwekus, woman bobby, a man cassava, another sweet lolo is coming ahead. That shop, you be bad person. No be small. Oh. Court don't sack him. He can't send Apkabio, Senate president, and gather witches and wizards from Akwa State. Go plan coup for them. Say Apkabio promise and saying go come out and four other people. Say Orji, Kalu, next, and some other people now go come on. My people no be small thing. When they can't talk that time, say judiciary get ACB. Then we be APC say judiciary is working. Now as APC member, another APC now plan coup for them. My people can't they cry. Meanwhile, when I can't listen to the analysis where Rufand in crew then talk for this matter. No waiting, help me share this video. Leave your comment. My people, you be a bad person for you to know that show.
So the court has ruled, however, Senator Abbo is convinced that it's a witch hunt.
Senator Abbo will say anything he wants to say. So at first, I'm taken aback why the story is everywhere, you know, because, I mean, it's Senator Elisha Abbo. Really, when he says it's a witch hunt against him because of his stance on strategic national issues, I ask, is assaulting an attendant in a sex toy shop a strategic national issue where the court ruled that he should pay a fine of 50 million naira? He had to face a disciplinary committee. I remember that disciplinary committee because the wife of the incumbent president was part of that disciplinary committee. You need to see how it was very rude to all the members of that disciplinary committee in the Senate, even insulting her. So is that addition to strategic national issue? Is addition to strategic national issue all the shenanigans that he's done? I mean, it's just looking, if the court has ruled, the court has ruled. Oh, now you are blaming the judiciary, Mr. Abbo. But when the tribunal ruled in your favor, there was no qualms with it. And the tribunal has ruled. I mean, the court of appeal has ruled in this case. So just accept the decision. And like they say in the game of snake and the ladder, miss one turn. That's just it. You try again next time. You keep trying. There are people who have gone out of the center, they've come back. So why try to drag the Senate president into your dying boat and just cast names and you're saying, oh, based on the source and the intelligence you got, is the Senate president trying to drag you down and bring you down? So I wonder what kind of politics. When the going was good, when it favored him, he didn't say any of those things. When he did something very heinous and he went scot-free, he didn't say any of those things. So that's why I'm still at sea as regards why this story is even taking national importance. Is it because the Elijah Abbo or the hitherto scandal is hard? Because there are other people that the court sacks and heavens do not fall. There are more ranking House of Rep members that the court sacked. The heavens do not fall. The Olumelu, you know, was put out by the court. The heavens did not fall. So what we here talking, I mean, I yield the floor this one. I don't know what's it. But you can take over.
When Senator Elisha Abbo was elected in 2019 as a senator representing Adamawa North, he was hailed as the youngest senator out of all the members of the Senate. And, you know, in certain quarters, his emergence was celebrated as the father, oh, this is a young man who has risen to this level. And there is an instructive message there that sometimes this thing is not about age. It's often about character. And there are persons who may well say that Senator Elisha Abbo, you know, did not conduct himself in a distinguished manner, and that he did not make the best of the opportunity that the electorate in Adamawa North offered him. It may well be also. They be happy that the judgment has gone in this manner. Yes, when he won at the tribunal level, he didn't throw tantrums at that time. Now that he has lost at the Court of Appeal, he's throwing tantrums. Maybe it's natural for people to be emotional, but let Senator Elisha Abbo be advised that what he is doing is contemptuous of the court. And if he's not careful, that tribunal, that Court of Appeal may sanction him for his contemptuous conduct. Because what he's saying is not just accusing the Senate president of being the one behind this Travis, is saying that their lordships, led by Justice C. Nwosu Heme, must have been influenced by the Senate president. And that is contempt, especially contempt away from the face of the court. The other thing to note is that, okay, the petition process, the appeal process, terminates in the case of, senatorial elections at the Court of Appeal. So throwing tantrums will not change anything. It is just as well that he has now said he's going to run again in 2027. He's still young enough to try his luck again, and it is up to the electorate in Adamawa North to decide whether they will vote for him in 2027 or not. So the matter is settled. Simplicity, it is settled. Now, as for Senate President Apkabio, well, he has the right to defend himself, and he has come forward through his spokesperson to say that he has no hand in the matter. In fact, Elisha Abbo will be attributing too much importance to the Senate President, and that's why I said what he's saying is contemptuous of the court. Well, we hope that Elisha Abbo will find a better time for his, for his time and talents beyond stirring up controversies in adult toy shop and beating up a pregnant woman and starting his career as a senator in the middle of a storm. If he gets another chance again in 2027, we hope that he will have learned his lessons. As for the allegation that, 5 senators are to be removed and 4 more will be removed, well, that's speculative. I mean, he says he had it from a reliable source. What is that source? Look, Nigeria is very difficult now, so some people, they hear voices, even when those voices don't exist. He has not disclosed his reliable source. He's not a journalist. Maybe it would have been better off if he had disclosed that reliable source for the better education of the public. Senator Orji Kalu has not said anything because he says he's the next target. But all those are speculative things that we don't need to stand by. What we have seen is that the process in this case has been concluded. And we wish him well. Let's hope that he has learned relevant lessons. He was saying, difference of 11,000 votes. He got more than 11,000 votes. Look, one man somewhere in the Northwest became governor. The difference was not up to 13,000 votes. But the court, decided in that particular matter that he won. So it's not about the volume of the votes. There's nothing about volume of votes, the margin and all of that in the Electoral Act. Section 137, of which the Court of Appeal said was violated in his election, leading to the judgment that was delivered against him.
Well, we've already gone through the history of Senator Elisha Abbo from his first term in the Senate, where in 2019, a year after he was enmeshed in controversy, thankfully, or good for him, was able to survive that controversy. By the way, I hope he's been able to pay the 50 million naira awarded to the plaintiff. But beyond that is that he was able to finish his tenure and then get re-elected. However, now he's been sacked at the appeal court. In the first leg of the appeal, the judge ruled in his favor, and now he's been sacked. However, what's interesting, perhaps peculiar about this particular case has been identified is the fact that he's now pointing fingers at a member of his own party, saying that he was complicit to the ruling in terms of him being sacked by the courts. And this is quite curious because Senator Apkabio and himself belong to the same party, the APC. And this particular judgment ruled in favor of Mr. Amos Yohana of the PDP. So it would be interesting to understand if perhaps Senator Apkabio would jeopardize the chances of his party member in favor of the opposition in order to settle a score. That's an interesting concept. So this allegation he's making is not only against Senator Apkabio, it's against the party itself. APC, a house divided against itself cannot stand. So if he's saying that the APC has internal politics in such that they are willing to let go of their members and lose seats in the House, which is now tightly contested in terms of the margins between the APC and and other opposition parties, then it's curious. It means that in the party, they are willing to sacrifice their own people because of a personal score. And that's, that beggars belief in many instances. And that's why I believe that beyond just these accusations is a deeper look into what is actually happening in the APC. And perhaps the APC committee or leaders, chieftains might want to call him to order or have a meeting with members of their party. Beyond that, he also alleged that his stand against the Muslim ticket of the APC was another issue that was pitted against him. He said that because he had spoken out against this, he had supported Senator Abubakar Yari as Senate President in the stead of Senator Apkabio. These were reasons why. Again, the correlation with the fact that Senator Apkabio is not the court or the judiciary, so except again he's alleging some form of hanky-panky in terms of relationships between the legislature and the judiciary or influencing of judges, then we would want to understand how he arrived at this particular conclusion. As is often said, he who alleges must prove. He cannot just hold press conferences, whether it's world, global, national, or local, and make certain accusations without having the proof to back this up. I'm happy he concluded by saying, by inferring that he was going to accept the judgment of the courts by saying that until 2027, he'll come back again, to run. Perhaps the people will want him, perhaps the people would not, would be determined come 2027. Again, so many decisions across courts in the land in the coming days. We'll bring you reports of that and updates, perhaps of seats upheld or